And a brand new day at the Abbey begins. Oh, private message from Wolverine. What is he up to? Oh. Okay. You really like that gift.
Looking for company, Logan. Funny, you strike me as a loner.
Who, me? I like people. Problem is, people usually don't like me back.
Well, we need your skills, so consider yourself liked here. And my apologies about the circumstances.
When you get to be my age, you end up carrying so much baggage people would rather leave you in the dust. So, thanks for not leaving this old man behind.
No need to thank me, Logan. With your expertise, I should be thanking you for helping us.
You might want to save your thank yous until you work with me a bit more. There's a reason I've been freelance the last few years.
Well, you are welcome to stay here as long as you want.
I gotta admit, Sarah's got a pretty swanky setup. Puts Xavier's bad to shame.
Some people think it is a little spooky.
A spooky place for spooky people. Seems like home.
I suppose you're right. Alright then. What else do we have here? We got Nico. It's down by the forge. She's up to something. Meat market. If you love the supernatural, you love this grisly tale of a long sleeping horror that bursts forth from the frozen tundras of Greenland to sweep down the streets of New York with its ever... You know, I'll leave this. I'll leave these here for now. I'm gonna try to save up some of my gloss and not constantly spend it on gifts. You know, it's got to be a limit. All right, what's wrong?
Hey, can I ask a favor?
Sure. Tony says he has some new gear for me, but he can go one of two ways. What do you think? Okay. I don't know. Sure, this one, I guess.
Oh, thanks, Hunter.
Okay, yep, you got it. Alright.
Oh, I found one of my favorite records and I thought you might like it. Or at least be polite enough to fake it. Anyway,
Alright.
We'll get some more quality one-on-one time. It's a little retro, but so are you. So, what do you think?
I suppose I can see how someone could enjoy it. What exactly is it?
It is nothing like what I am familiar with. What are we listening to?
Poor Hunter. Word of advice, never give a music buff a chance to talk about their passion. But since you asked...
Oh.
It's grunge. It's what happens when you mix the nonconformity of 80s Seattle and tons of punk and rock influence. You get awesome bands like Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, making something super authentic with this messy, dirty sound. It put Seattle on the music map. I used to listen to it repeatedly during my I can't believe my mom stabbed me phase. As you can tell, she was a great mom. Didn't leave me scarred at all. Like, why have a kid if you're gonna get rid of them when they interfere with your dark arts and crafts?
Well,
Parenthood is not an easy fit. And the darkness, well, it can twist people, make them turn on those they love. It is not so easy to overcome it, even for your own child. I have learned that from my mother.
I think I was there mostly to fit the image, a way to blend in with the white picket fence crowd. They should have just let me in on the joke. It would have been nicer than to think they actually cared.
What is done is done. But I see you are still carrying it with you. Do not be afraid to go wherever you need to in order to find peace.
Roger that, Hunter. Okay, no more of this downer talk. Time to listen and let the sounds of angst carry you away.
Alright. I can do that. Team friendship level up. Hero combo additional team abilities unlocked. Cool.
There you are, Hunter. Please join me when you have a moment. I insist.
What's going on, caretaker?
What do you think of Logan?
It's good to have him here again. He's always been a trusted friend.
I see.
I can see that. He seems to be a man of good character, despite the claws.
Always thought his claws were his best feature. They protected us, Agatha and I. Could even say they saved our lives. It must have been, what, 1985? 84? I remember because Agatha crimped her hair and shoulder pads had cast some strange spell over my wardrobe. We looked quite ridiculous, but we were happy. Well, happy until a rather disturbed coven of witches by the name of the Salem Seven invaded our home.
Right.
That must have been terrifying.
It was. But what was even worse was that they were Agatha's own grandchildren by her son Nicholas Scratch.
Oh.
Tried to kidnap their grandmother?
They felt she had betrayed which kind by choosing to live among humans and came to drag her back to New Salem by force. Logan was staying with us when they invaded our home. He hid us in a secret passage and refused to tell them where we were. He kept our secret and fought them off long enough for Agatha to invoke a banishing spell. Without him, they would have surely kidnapped her, or maybe worse.
If it came down to it, I am sure you would have prevented Agatha from being taken.
I'm not so sure about that. 7 witches are a lot to fend off. I would have been outnumbered,
Yes, but
just like I am now. Speaking of dysfunctional dynamics, I
yes,
do trust you, you know, even though I don't always show it.
I know.
Even though you don't always show it?
Something
Exactly.
like that.
Common ground. Who would have thought?
Yep.
Where in the hell are you, Blaze? Was running a search for our new pal Blaze's location, and all of a sudden, this happened.
Equone credite tucri.
Latin?
Do not trust the horse Trojans. Carol, just what type of search were you running? There. It's a message. Well, more like a bad dad joke from beyond the grave.
Howard?
His research files. Whenever there's any unauthorized access, the Trojan Horse program activates, and bingo. There's our little thief right there.
The Southwest. That cannot be a coincidence.
Tony? Did Howard do this to all his files?
Oh no, only the good stuff. The really juicy stuff.
How juicy.
Well, I'll give you 2 guesses, but you'll only need one. A big green one.
Gotta admit, I'm super curious to find out what Bruce has been digging up in the old files.
And how Lilith plans to use it against us.
One false move, and that guy's getting sliced into gamma cubes.
His portal.
Thank you.
Find out what Banner is searching for in the Stark files, then get back here.
We got this, Sarah. I know how to handle Bruce.
He's fallen under Lilith's power. He's no longer the same man you knew.
Yeah, he's a little more exciting now.
Stark, wait! We don't know what he's planning!
Hesitated with Bruce before and it cost us. Don't worry. This time I've accounted for...
And if these results are correct, it changes everything.
You knowingly triggered that Trojan horse, didn't you?
I did.
Another trap, Bruce? Huh. I'm disappointed.
No trap, Tony. An invitation.
To what? Join Queen Demon and the creepy crew? If anyone could fight her off, I'd have thought it'd be you.
And why would I ever want to do that? She values me, not the monster you all seem so fixated with. Together, we will shatter the limitations of what you refer to as magic and science. But don't take my word on it. My Gamma Accelerator is only the first step. We stand on the precipice of true
Yeah, heard that one before. Usually when Pops was ready to kick off a new arms race.
Save your phony disgust for the cameras. We both know you're interested. I want you to finish Howard's work.
Uh-huh.
With me.
Of course.
Together we will fulfill your father's destiny.
Yep.
And bask in the glory of the Dark Mother.
And there it is. Well, Bruce, I can see how well this whole Lilith thing is working out for you, but the problem is, I already have a team. And while I appreciate the generous offer, we're gonna take back my father's data. And then kick your evil ass.
You misunderstand me, Tony. I wasn't asking.
Oh dear. Recover the data. Protect the Hydra server and hack all of the terminals. Defeat enemies before they can damage or destroy the server. Use the hacked data card to retrieve data and resources from the terminals. Hacking the last terminal will end the mission.
Dr. Banner was kind enough to alert Hydra's forces to your presence.
Yeah.
If you wanted to show off your elite hacking skills, now would be the time, Mr. Stark.
Me? Show off? What would ever give you that idea? And didn't I tell you to call me Tony?
Just hack the computer before they smash it, please, Tony.
See, that wasn't so hard.
I get to hack it? Okay. Sure.
I feel stronger already.
Want it done right, gotta do it yourself. Not looking good for you.
Now that was something. You had your chance.
Oh. Sure. Might as well. Alright. Your move.
As ordered.
That's the spirit.
Perfect.
And await reinforcements.
Behold their passage!
Got your back.
Is all of that really necessary?
You really are a terrible salesman, Bruce. At least butter me up before you attack my deservedly huge ego. I'm saving my energy for the...
Get out of here.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
A feeble effort.
Alright then.
Forever and so.
Here we go.
Your end is near.
Cute trick.
Hey, that's not very nice.
Sure, just keep throwing bodies at the problem.
Children will join us soon.
Yep.
That facility is teeming with Hydra reinforcements. Anything you can do to expedite the process.
Look, you can't just smash the keyboard and wait for a bunch of algebraic equations to fly off the screen. This isn't some 90s movie.
Credit where credit is due. Stark knows his technology.
This is it? We're done? Excellent.
Got it.
Why can it never be easy with you?
Just lucky, I guess.
Tony, wait! We have what we came for. There's no reason to follow him.
Where are you?
I tried to reason with you, Tony, but you were never going to listen. Just like Mother said.
Oh, crap.
Oh dear.
Too beautiful, too painful for words. So I'll show you. Yes, of course.
Okay, then you were right.
Oh, and Tony, this was the trap.
see. Dread Maidens will gain counter each time they are damaged. Plan attacks carefully.
Holy mother of... Is it me, or are these things just getting bigger and red?
I would be more concerned about the maze.
Oh, I was getting to that. But I just can't pull my eyes away from that massive brain case of hers.
I'm glad you're in good spirits, but the Dread Maiden is no laughing matter.
Shouldn't have pissed me off.
Who's really driving that thing? You or the computer?
Here we go. Who designed your armor? Because it looks like junk.
I can't move. Right. Perfect. Alright. Oh! We still have you. Oops. Somehow you managed to slip my sight, but sure. Here we go.
How many times you gonna try that?
What's going on now? What is this? Reinforcements. Okay.
Let's dance.
There we go.
She's going to try summoning reinforcements unless you can disable her first.
Sure.
Yeah, I gathered as much.
I owe you a Coke.
Let's do it.
I have the targets in sight.
Yeah? You might want to reconsider that statement. Uh-huh.
Try that more often.
Now what? Huh? Yeah, not so powerful now, are you?
Distract me.
I am impressed.
Come on, we're so close. So close, guys, come on. This is it. Oh,
Slow me down.
God. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Right. Sure. Yep. Cool. Alright. Oh. Okay. What's going on? There's a lot of people blowing up. Did Iron Man just die? Oh, no. Alright, here we go.
Interesting interpretation. I would have guessed it was something out of Giger's sketchbooks.
Who's that?
Let's try this.
Oh, she has another health bar? Oh. Oh, how fun. We get to do this again? How fun. I love it when enemies don't go down immediately. Love it. Just love it.
How long have you been waiting to do that?
Getting it done anyway you know how. That's like a promotion, right? Can I be a captain, too? This shouldn't take long.
Whatever gets the job done.
Yeah, that's great. That's great and all, but there's no one to attack. So whatever. Here we go.
I know that was your signature move.
Fresh meat coming in. Sure about that?
In case I forget, remind me to thank Banner for unleashing this thing on us. He really doesn't handle rejection. Oh, invigorating.
Just what I need.
My fate is no different from yours.
You have earned this.
You were too weak for this fight.
Battle. Getting it done any way we know how.
There we go. Oh, she's got a counter now. Oh,
I will not be defeated.
cool.
Your future lies in the abyss.
I wonder who she's gonna target.
Eternity awaits you.
Share the same brain.
Ow. Rude. Doing this again?
Will not distract me.
Yeah. Wonderful.
The longer this takes, the more danger you're in. The pleasure overwhelms you.
Oh, that's a really helpful insight. You should come down here and knock her out for us.
I know, right? Like, either say something useful or shut the hell up. What do you want from me? It's not like I'm sitting on my ass here eating popcorn as all of this is happening. I'm actually down here trying to do something about it. What are you doing? Dumb old hag.
Kiss it goodbye. There goes your street cred.
Finally.
I wasn't sure how you'd fare against her, but the Dread Maiden was no match for you.
Shut up.
What'd you call that thing again?
Dread Maiden.
Oh yeah, I can see that. I think I lost myself there for a second. I should have listened to you. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, you really should have.
Quest for vengeance.
This work, this discovery, will have ramifications for generations to come. Think my own son, Tony.
Better not miss.
Alright then, well, that was exciting. Tony?
Every time it seems like I finally put my family issues behind me, someone has to go and pick at the scar.
Is this about what Banner found in your father's files?
Bingo. Let's just say your mom and my dad would have made a real cute couple. In hell.
Oh. Well,
At least you managed to grab whatever Banner was after.
Tiny victory, I guess. But I don't think Banner or his puppet master are going to give up that easily. Especially knowing what kind of stuff my father had in those files.
Perhaps I should know more about him. Your father, that is.
Some kids' dads had hobbies like collecting coins or stamps. Mine collected Defense Department contracts. And on the rare occasions when he wasn't off trying to build a better bomb, he was yelling at me.
Over what?
Over everything!
So Banner wants one of your father's bombs.
No, it's worse than that. Howard had an avid interest in gamma radiation. That's the thing that puts the Hulk in Hulk. He always talks about constructing a gamma accelerator, an unbelievably powerful piece of machinery. If that's what Banner's after, we could be in a world of hurt.
Whatever it is, we will never let Banner get it.
Well, I hope you're right. I wish I could have your can-do attitude right now.
If it helps, we could go through the files together and strategize.
I appreciate the offer, Hunter, but right now I just need to get out of this suit and put my thoughts together.
of course. Farewell. Oh, right. It's book club night.
Book club tonight. You in?
Absolutely.
Meet you there.
After you.
Hello, everyone. Steve?
I like this book, but I can't explain why. Maybe I'll figure it out as we discuss it.
Maybe.
Kinda miss the simplicity of vampire slaying.
I should not be this nervous about what you all thought of the book. Even the best translations from Kree lose subtext.
Everyone's in a mood to mingle. Go ahead. We can start whenever. Can we start?
Sure.
I am ready.
Carol, this was your book, so you can start.
I'll throw it back to you. What did you think of the book?
I had a rough time with it.
You didn't like it?
Didn't say that. At first I spent more time referencing the glossary than reading the book.
Sounds familiar. What changed?
I noticed a kind of rhythm to the words. I began to see them as lyrics to a song. All that dry talk faded and it finally came together. The lyrics made it feel much bigger than a chapter on Cree farming implements.
Right.
This book was about much more than farming.
Exactly. The rhythm to it helped paint a bigger picture. Once I caught on, I kept reading and didn't rely on the glossary. I picked everything up from context. That's when I realized none of this was about farming. I'm surprised how much stuck with me, despite some concepts being legit alien to me.
Agreed. For me, the rhythm wasn't lyrics. It was more like the book was written to a cadence.
That's why I had you read it on your Spark. The mnemonic lexicon won't work with a hard copy.
The what now?
An ancient Cree technique. It helps you remember texts that would otherwise be considered... There's no Cree word for stuffy, but essentially that. But all that's packaging. Let's get into the book itself. Hunter, did you figure out what the bloom and the harvest represent?
Well, it's a cycle of sorts. I would probably assume it's meant to describe how organization and how a team effort, how a machine can't function. A machine has to function with all of its cogs, if you will, so...
The bloom represents the range of a fortress. The harvest happens when enemies enter that range.
That's one vital part. You're right, the bloom can represent overlapping fields of fire, but it's more than one concept. At the time of the book's writing, the Kree cared most about integrating captured territory while still expanding their empire. Conquered worlds came with people. Rather than treat them as prisoners, the Kree provided them with most benefits enjoyed by Kree citizens. This period is known as the cultivation.
So the bloom was when they gained full citizenship under their conquerors?
No, it's when the world requested it. As long as they could feed themselves with Kree farming techniques and defend their world with Kree defenses, the request was granted with few exceptions.
So what's the harvest?
As part of the service required by the Empire, many of these new citizens began the cultivation of freshly conquered worlds.
So they were living examples. Show the newly conquered what they could achieve if they went along with the Empire.
That's also how vampires work.
Carol, I think I pieced together the Kree strategy.
Do tell.
It's all tied to agriculture. Every soldier knows you can't fight if you can't eat, but they applied this to their expansion. Till the field, sow the seed, pull the weed, reap the crop. It means the Kree wouldn't advance until the territory they took was secure and productive.
If your enemy knows how you will act, they can prepare.
Certainly, for other spacefaring empires. But most worlds had no idea the Kree existed until the invasion was underway. But the Kree expansion had momentum. They could afford to push harder because their whole weight was behind the advance. Unless a world could push just as hard, it would eventually fall under Kree control. Carol, how was that?
Close enough to impress me. The strategy in Volume 32 wasn't perfect, but it worked out for the Kree far more often than it failed.
What happened when it failed?
That's covered in Volume 33.
And that's book club. Steve, you're up next. What's your book?
The Mantle of Authority by General Chester Phillips.
Is this the one you keep saying I should read?
The very same. Now you have to. It's book club.
All right.
Before I forget, I asked Logan to join us next time.
Oh.
Said yes?
He can read?
I can't wait to see how this goes. Okay, just between us, Carol's book was extremely weird, right?
Well, it is by all definition alien, so I don't know.
I should read the first 31 volumes for context.
You should not, nor should you read the one after this.
How many more are there?
At least 400. According
Oh.
to Carol, this was one of the good ones.
I see. Well, you should share your opinion with her.
You should be honest with Carol.
I'm always honest with Carol. But if I tell her it was a weird book, I'll sound like I don't know much about her adopted culture.
And how is that bad?
Because you don't.
You do not know. So this is the perfect opportunity to ask.
Good point. All right, I'll do it. Thanks, Hunter.
Good luck.
You got it, pal.
You calling it?
Hold on.
Not just yet.
No rush.
Let's talk to the fellow club knights, clubites, book. Yeah.
So why choose this book?
Volume 30 was way too spicy for this crowd.
Go on.
Really?
I'm kidding.
Oh.
It's relevant to what we're facing today. Hydra, the Lilin, your mom, they seem to have the upper hand all over the world.
Right.
The Kree never conquered this planet. Neither will my mother.
Exactly. Reputation makes you seem bigger than you are. We can hit them anywhere at any time. You can bet this adds to our own reputation. And that's how we defeat our enemy. As long as we're still standing, they're gonna fall.
Right.
I hope you enjoy the book I chose.
Why do you say that?
It's about people who weren't around until after your death. But I'm sure you'll figure out the context.
Well, at least it's not about aliens.
You leaving?
Yeah.
I am taking off.
Good meeting.
Sure. Okay. Sounds good. Deadly ground. Oh, yeah.
Carol, I had some more thoughts on the book.
You do? You must have really liked it.
You made short work of that deep hell abomination. Actually, I didn't connect with it at all. That's what I wanted to talk to you about.
You didn't like it.
It's more that I didn't have the context. But you do, and you clearly like the book, so...
So...
I wanted to see it through your eyes. If you don't mind, I'd like that context.
I don't mind.
Okay, then.
Most of my time at Central is hurry up and wait. Stop by when I'm waiting. We'll talk.
I will.
Good?
Good.
Oh.
You'd better read the book.
Okay.
Tony Stark's father had a secret trove of gamma research that Bruce Banner stole from under our noses. That stings me, and I'm not even an Avenger.
Hey, Hunter. Have you seen the news lately? Because if I could just have one power right now, it would be to unsee it.
What's wrong,
If
Peter?
Lilith mind-jacks me, she's gonna be surprised how much of it is taken up by movie trivia and web fluid formulas.
How are you, Peter?
Better than the world out there. I've been watching this for hours, hoping to get a glimpse of the neighborhood, see how it's holding up through all this. But I guess Queens is not important enough for the news media to cover.
I see. Well, maybe...
An absence of news is not necessarily a bad thing.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
So
Yes.
take heart that nothing is being reported regarding your neighborhood. It probably means everything is okay there.
Thanks, Hunter. That makes me feel mildly better. I just hope Aunt May is safe. I've been trying to reach her on her cell all day today, and the signal keeps dropping. I'm guessing that big hole in the New York atmosphere is interfering with her cellular network. Sometimes I feel like I should be there with her, to protect her, to protect the neighborhood. But I know you need me here.
Be assured, we will not allow any harm to come to her.
Really mean that?
I do.
Of course.
That, like, means so much to me to hear you say. Oh, looks like I just got a message.
From your Aunt May?
No, MJ. She said Aunt May is staying with her. What a relief.
You should call them.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that right now. Thanks for checking in on me, Hunter.
Sure thing, pal.
Valor's edge until duty calls.
It's your move, Tony. Move for me.
I can't move before you. That defeats the purpose of the game. Why don't you just tell me what's bothering you instead?
How do you know something's bothering me? You using the all-seeing eye of Agamotto again? Well, I hate to break it to you, Doc. It hasn't been working.
No, it's what the eyes of Stephen Strange tell me. I'm worried about you.
Fine. You want to know what's bothering me? Banner played us at that Hydra facility. Again. We're supposed to be saving the world. Sometimes I think we're helping bring about its end. Maybe I do want to focus on this game instead. At least it's something I can win.
Limbo is looking pretty nice after all this.
Or not, bub. That works too.
Reason to dislike the Stark family number 47. They tinker way too much with Gamma. I trust the Avengers in our midst, but I have some reservations.
Banner's theft of Howard.
You are the best girl. You know that, right?
Alright, and with that, I think it's time to finally go to bed.